Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. I'm here with Charlie. Hey, Charlie. Yeah, needs to be on his mother's lap. It's time. It happens around 4 o'clock, but he's a little late tonight. Oh. We're going to be looking at the astrology and doing a tarot scope. So we're going to do some scope, which is the astrology part, and some tarot. I'm going to be using the Crow Tarot for Aquarius this month. And before we get to that, let's look at the astrology. Yeah. Okay. Now, this is where things get complicated for me. Oh my goodness. You'd think by now would be instantaneous. Not instantaneous. Okay, here it goes. All right. Yeah, I don't see that. Oh, that's how I get rid of that. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm just learned something new about my computer. So sorry. Sorry I kept you out of the loop. Okay, so we have December. We've made it to December. It's been another challenging year, but it's been a lot of challenging years. And I think we have to give ourselves a pat on the back, guys, because we're here and we've made it this far, and we will continue in the vein of making the world a better place, because it certainly needs to be a better place. And if we're not anything, we're pragmatic, right? And so we will do what needs to be done. Okay. The sun, of course, starts the month as it always does, right? In Sag. And so we're looking at your house of friends, group or groups, right? You like groups because you like being one of many and working together towards a project. So so that's a comfortable sort of environment usually for Aquarius. And so you kind of shine, and then the sun moves into Capricorn on the 21st, and then you become more reclusive. And because the sun is then moving through your 12th house, and that's a natural time to really just sort of like take in the whole year, like take in the whole, like, since you're just like this energy of let's really look at what has been accomplished, and let's look at what still needs to be done, and let's look at our resources and the like, so that um it's a time of and also that, as well as just allowing things to let go, so you can be fresh and new when the sun moves back into Aquarius, which of course is the Chinese New Year. It's gonna be the year of the dragon this year. So that new moon in Aquarius, the year of the dragon, should be very interesting. For Aquarius, 2024 is going to be an interesting year for all of us, right? But Pluto is going to be in Aquarius for most of it, for the first time. But definitely not the last, because then it's in Pluto, and I mean, then Pluto's in Aquarius, and it is in for 20 years. So the whole world is changing, folks. And we're kind of seeing the end of the kind of the end times, in that it's the end of the old time, and now it's time for the new thing. And it can be very confusing. And so it's important that we both figure out who we are, right? And then also, vibrate to who we are, and then we find our people, we coalesce, and not in not to be like the best in a thing, but to be the best of who you are. And that's going to feed the network, and that's going to create the better world that we want to see, by just being our best selves, right? And really our best selves is be best. I think Melania had it right, honestly. Um, but that has to come from a place of authenticity, not a place of, trying to be who you're not, or who you think other people need you to be, want you to be. I don't know, whatever. Mercury, the planet of communication, barrels into December, jumping into Capricorn, and then having to make a sudden stop because Mercury goes retrograde on the 13th in Capricorn, and will retrograde actually back out of Capricorn um, on the 23rd of December when it goes back into Sag. Sorry about the thing. It has to do with how much light I have in the room. And if I move too fast, my camera loses focus. Not that you really have to see me, but I want you to know I'm aware. Well, as aware as I can manage. There we go. I don't think it's better. Sorry. Oh, there is a trick, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, so so Mercury moves forward. So there's in Capricorn, and I feel like um you're gonna be like, so Mercury goes into Capricorn, you dive into that 12th house. And then you're like going to get into this like 12th house experience, and then Mercury stops and goes backwards, and now you have to go back into the 11th house. And so there's this energy of like, I don't know, wanting to get into that new space, that new more mystical space, and you get pulled out and brought in because somebody needs something fixed, and then you can go back into it. But you can bring that. See, what this feels like to me is, it feels like the Mercury stuff at the end of the year is like it's creating this energetic like hook that hooks 23 to 24 in a way that stuff at the end of 23 is going to be brought to the front of 24 somehow. I mean, I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's sort of what I'm visualizing. Venus, the planet of love, is in Libra for the first 4 days. Then she moves into Scorpio. Scorpio is your 10th house. So with Venus there, people might actually appreciate you more. They might appreciate the work that you do, or you may become more well known for the work that you're doing. Venus is the popular girl, so maybe the popular girl makes friends with you, and then you make all these other new friends. Okay, did that work? Damn it! Oh, sorry, I shouldn't curse. Oh, I know what I'll do. Maybe I will do the trick. Hold on, guys. I can do the trick. I'll be right back. Wait, oh Jesus, I saw myself. I was looking pretty good, all fuzzy. All right, so we have a full moon and a new moon. The new moon comes first. New moon 21 degrees of Sag. Happening on the new moon is on the 12th. 12 portal. That's an important one, especially with a new moon at 21 of Sag. So that's significant. If you happen to have anything at 21 Sag, definitely significant. But for you, Aquarius, this is an opportunity to plant a new seed for a new adventure. That may take a group of people, like a new rocket ship or something. I don't know, whatever you guys are doing now. Mars is in Sag all month. So again, there's a lot of energy among friends. This might actually be a really good time to get together with friends and either plan something for later, like some adventure together. I think that would be kind of cool. And maybe maybe an adventure that will come to like fruition on like when the sun is in Gemini, or we have a new moon in Gemini. That would be cool. That would be a cool time to like plant the seed now and see what happens at that time. I think you guys will have some fun. And the sun will be in your fifth house, so you should have a lot of fun. All right. Full moon in Cancer, 5 degrees of Cancer. That's on the Jupiter of the United States. So hopefully that's going to be aid to Gaza. We have Pluto, of course, just waiting to come back into your first house. It will do that in January 22nd, I think, next year. Then dip out in September 2024, and then come back in November after the election, 2024, and then stay in your first house. And for the next 20 years, you'll be going through a cellular transformational process. All right. What haven't I looked at? Uranus, your ruling planet, of course, I have to look at that. Silly me. Uranus is still retrograde, as it doesn't go direct till January, but that will be the last of the planets to go direct. And once that happens, like things really start to fly. So things are going to move very, very quickly at the beginning of the year. They're sort of like in stops and starts and a little bit of back and forth now, but it's just like we're taking a running start. I mean, we're like running back so we can take a running start and jump over whatever chasm to jump over. All right. Yeah, Mars in 11th house. I talked about that. Saturn in your second house. It's time to get real about your money and real about your resources and work for them. I mean, Saturn in the second house evaluates your resources and then works to make them better. It's going to work for something, right? It's going to either work to stabilize them, it's going to work to make them better. So that's about 2.5, 2 3/4 year transit for you. So you have time to build something of worth, and then it's going to go into Aries. And that's when all the new ideas like really start to fly for Aquarius, I think. Like, all right. Jupiter actually does go direct this month, but not till the 30th. So you might as well say it's not direct. It's almost New Year's before it goes direct. In Taurus. In Taurus. Somebody has like a car outside my window that, or either that or somebody, there was a gun. I don't know. It was like, I don't know what that is. I think it's a car. Somebody's like faulty exhaust. Anyway, sorry. Got distracted. It was a weird sound, something you don't usually hear around here. Okay. Saturn direct. Neptune goes direct as well, but that happens the day before Christmas. So we have to wait till the end for that as well. Both those planets, Neptune and Jupiter, expansive planets. And maybe we haven't felt so expansive. And it does expand compassion. Like Neptune and Pisces is like this like wave of compassion. That's what makes me think that there'll be a lot of aid and a lot of help come December. But hopefully, as I do this, I don't know because I'm not doing this in December. I'm doing this in November, so I don't know what's happening or what's going to happen. But there is a wave of compassion coming, so that's hopefully will make us feel better. Hopefully make us feel better. Hope make everything better. Whether we feel it, I mean, we're not going through it, but we feel it. We're emotional beings, and we're all doing this together, and we're feeling the waves. So evolution isn't for sissies, I'll tell you. All right, and Uranus stays retrograde. I think I talked about everything. Pluto. Where's Pluto? Oh, Pluto's missing. Pluto's supposed to be in Capricorn. Oh, there it is. Geez, right in front of my eyeballs. Oh no. Let's have a blind spot. Oh, Pluto. I talked about Pluto. All right, we're good. Over here on the right-hand side, I just have a couple of things highlighted. Week 2, the sun makes an inconjunct to Uranus. Uranus is your ruling planet, so that's why I put it in there. Week 3, Mars makes an inconjunct to Uranus. So there's these inconjunct energies with Uranus. you have to, the sun is your ego, the Mars is your action. You can't overreact, overshoot with this stuff. You have to you have to go incrementally. There's this incremental energy, but Uranus will sometimes, just, it's not very incremental. And so Uranus is not going to back down. So your ego, the sun, and your actions have to back down because Uranus has the floor. Oh, that was a Concord that went flying by. Oh, weird. All right. That's it. Okay. Yeah, we're done with that. All right, cool. Stop share. All right. I couldn't find the button. All right, let's look at the crow deck. What's up for Aquarius for the month of December? Okay. I was sitting here in the corner and it was chilly. I had to grab a sweater. I'm sure it matches, but a lot warmer. We had a beautiful day today. It's supposed to get cold tonight, though. It's like 60, I think, at some point today. I probably should have spent more time outside. I was too busy doing stuff inside. Goodness gracious. All right. Almost done. Just maybe one shuffle. One little Las Vegas move here. All right. Let's see. We start with the Knight of Wands. This is somebody who's on a journey, so you could find yourself traveling this month. Maybe doing a lot of traveling for work. Maybe that was part of that. Like you go on a Christmas vacation and they call you back to work to deal with a problem, and then you can go back on vacation. Maybe that's what that was about. But you're on the road, you're doing your thing. The Knight of Wands is kind of an exciting energy. It's an exploratory energy. It's just, going out, meeting the world, and, the Knight of Wands, in order to move through the world, has to be pretty jolly. What's crossing it? The Empress card. That's an interesting crossing card. The Empress is a card of abundance. And so maybe you're not feeling that abundant. Maybe you feel like you can't afford to take time off, or let's just see what that's about. I'm not sure. I don't want to say it, even though I already said, but really say. This is a beautiful card. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So at the root is change. Change. That's at the bottom. Let's see what's in the past. The Page of Pentacles, a new idea, a new project, something in its infancy. Oh, wow, this is good. In the sky, we have the Ace of Wands. So inspiration. Inspiration. I have to continue. This is an interesting read here. Five of Wands. This is chaotic arguments, lots of ideas, people flying into each other. Everybody's a Twitter. How other people see this. Seven of Swords. Something's not right. People think something's not right. Oh no, this is the Six of Swords. Okay. Moving out of troubled waters, much better. I added a little Roman numeral 1 on that one. That doesn't look like Seven Swords. It's not Six Swords. People think you need to get away from this. Need to get away from that. Too much stress, maybe. Domestic. The world. Something is manifesting for you in your domestic situation. Maybe something you've been working towards. This is a Saturn card. Saturn moving through that second house. We talked about that, right? So something is coming to fruition and something is ending and something new is beginning. The circle has, the circles come together. You've created something and now it's time for a new project. Hopes and fears. Three of Cups. I don't know. This is just having fun with your friends, having a drink with friends. I mean, I guess that could be a fear if you're an alcoholic. You don't want to get, excuse. Oops. Ooh, that hurt. So that's probably a hope, just to have fun with some friends. Have fun with friends. Oh, I like this. Strength card. Interesting cards, man. Interesting. I'm still not really clear on the Empress being the crossing card. I think I need to do something with that. Do I have another deck? Let me just pull some from this deck and see what the Empress means, 'cause I'm not sure. Like the Empress is in that position is like a block of some sort. A block of some sort. What does the Empress mean? What is the challenge with the Empress? Because it really looks like you have some really good ideas. Or people think you're working too hard, that you need to rest. You need to get away from it all. Maybe you don't value yourself enough to give yourself the time that you need. It's a natural time to end something. It's a natural time to go into that state of like almost like a stasis. But that's going to happen when the sun goes through Capricorn anyway. So you'll have probably January to do some of that as well. You really make it count. Make the rest count. Let me just see if I'm right about that. It's self-worth. Okay. The Three of Water, streams of love. It's friendship, accepting love. It's both threes. The Seven of Water, insight in this deck. Being able to see through the haze. Mystery. It's keeping us mysterious. It really sort of, it's like finding a balance between like the friends who cheer you up and the friends who tell you like it is. The ones who see through it, and then the ones who want to support you. You know what I'm saying? Like in a different way. Well, anyway, take care of yourself. You deserve it. I think that's really what I need to say about that. I don't know why I got stuck on that, but I talked it out. Very powerful though. The Wheel of Fortune at the bottom and the Ace of Wands at the top. That's a lot of creative energy. A lot of creative energy. And so you just, do what you have to do, get the rest that you need because you're going to be taking on the world and the world is waiting for you. The world is waiting for you. Okay. I'm going to pull a Starseed Oracle and then that'll be it. Till next month, which will be the year, right? It'll be the new year. That'll be special. Maybe I'll decorate or something. That would be neat. I always want to do that. And then I'm just like, oh my God, I have so much to do. Uh, all right. I don't mind being busy. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Love it. I've always loved being busy. Not too busy where you kill yourself. Then I don't want to do that. But all paths leads home. All paths lead home. I got this before for a different, I don't remember what sign it was. So you might get this card twice if you happen to be that other sign. Okay, all. Now this is going to be a little problem because I don't have great light here. So you excuse me if I struggle with reading this. To take my glasses off. Okay, here we go. It's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inward. You've been called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection will become. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is to develop a daily practice that helps you to keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within. Let that be the authority in your life. If this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice, to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, getting centered for the day, being before consuming anything from the outside world, to start from a feeling of homeness and throughout each day to find simple ways to keep coming home. This doesn't mean switching off from the realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible living with their eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call for you to start your day in a place of connectedness, grace, devotion. So when you go out into the world and when you let the world in, you do it from an unshakable state of being, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. Powerful card. Powerful card. You'll have your opportunity to go deep. Once that little glitch is taken care of and you get to go back into the Neptunian realms of the 12th house. Take care, everyone. Have yourself a good holiday season, whatever the holiday is that you celebrate. If you don't, have a good time because everybody else is. Be careful out there. Just be aware. Keep your eyes open. And I'll see you again next month. If you enjoy my work, you can support me. I have a Patreon page. There is a link below for as little as $5 a month. It could probably littler, I guess. I don't know. I think there was a minimum. Anyway, or you can give me a thumbs up or a like or share the video if you know somebody who would benefit from this long meandering reading, astrobabble and the like. It's been a challenging year, And thank you for sharing it with me. And I look forward to 2024. I think it's going to be a little more, it's things, it's going to be intense, but good things are going to happen. It's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of stuff coming fast, but a lot of shifting. And yeah, I think that we're going to be surprised. But we're also going to be a bit stressed. So make sure you get into the practice of taking care of yourself, especially your nervous system. Nervous system important. Um, I'll see you again next year. Until then, take care and namaste.